League Cup semifinals, Chelsea versus Middlesbrough. This match, you may not think was that important maybe a couple months ago, but this might be one of the biggest matches, or next couple matches, we should say, because we obviously have to win both legs to advance to the final. But still, this is a huge testimony for the Chelsea boys, for the younger players, and especially Pochettino, because as we know, we've been struggling in the league. Yes, we've been getting great results as of lately, but we've been up and down throughout this entire time. The League Cup is one of those areas we've been actually shining very, very well, and we're so close to making to the final, to actually lifting a trophy this year, which again would be a remarkable feat for the younger players, for Pochettino, for Todd Bowley, for the Chelsea organization. And therefore, again, I think that Chelsea have to come out with one of their stronger sides this match. Now, granted, we obviously have a lot of injuries. That seems to be a common thing that happens with Chelsea. And Cuckoo apparently has a hip injury now. He's going to be out for roughly 3 months or 3 weeks. So I just don't understand what can happen with this club. It seems like we are cursed with injuries. But that all being said, we're also missing a few other key players. As we know, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, even though he's back to being in training, Chilwell should be back in a couple weeks, which is great to hear. But the list goes on and on and on. And therefore, again, this makes it very interesting. On top of that, we also have Jackson, who's gone to the African Cup, and therefore, again, we cannot utilize him. And so Chelsea are a little bit thin in different areas on the pitch. But that all being said, my starting 11 that I believe will be the better side, that should, again, get the result that we need. And I think we should get a clean sheet. Doesn't matter if we're playing Middlesbrough for anything, we should be getting a clean sheet. They're in a league below us. Chelsea have the capability, the caliber players to hold a clean sheet. And this should be a testimony for that. We just had a clean sheet against Preston in the FA Cup. I think we can bounce off that, have the momentum going into this game, and again, keep another clean sheet. So in between the sticks, Petrovic makes the most sense. Again, I don't know exactly how long Sanchez is going to be out. And even if when he comes back, Petrovic might be the number one now. I'm not too sure. He's done fairly well. I can't say he's done anything really poorly. Hasn't given the ball away like Sanchez has. And therefore, again, this may be his spot to actually give up. The back line, this is where it gets a little tricky, but overall, if you're looking at the players that we have currently right now that are fully match fit, it makes the most sense to go Colwell on that left back, which we've seen this time and time again. This isn't really a surprise anymore. Looks like Maatsen is going to be on his way out to Bayfoul Bay, so therefore, again, there's really no argument to why Colwell will not start there. So Colwell on that left side, yes, Mal Gusto could technically also be there as well, but we're going to go with Colwell. The CBs, the pairing here, I think it makes the most sense. Thiago Silva and Disasi. I think those two players, again, have a good partnership. Disasi has been playing almost every single game for us. Therefore, again, I expect him to play. Battershield's out with an injury, so therefore he's not going to be selected. And on that right side, Mal Gusto makes the most sense as well. So the back four pretty much picks itself. Yes, we could throw a younger player in there, but like I said, Pochettino has to go for the win this game, has to, again, get a massive lead, because possibly that second leg, we don't want to really be going so hard. Maybe, again, we can go into second gear, third gear, not going full throttle in that match if we win this one handsomely. But again, it will come down to the selection. Midfield, again, it picks itself for the most part. I think Enzo Fernandez gets the start. It looks like he's getting the match fitness again, and along with Caicedo, both those players in double pivot. And then we're going to have Conor Gallagher right on top of that. Yes, Cardio G needs to start this game. Came off the bench against in the FA Cup, and therefore, again, should start this game. Palmer on that right side could rotate in the false nine. So again, we could put him there in the false nine. Raheem Sterling, and I'm going to go with Noni. Yes, those three players I think should start. Noni has been doing fairly well, and I think he deserves to start in this match. So again, we could argue that Sterling goes off to that light side, Palmer is the false nine, and then they have Noni on that right side, who likes to cut in with his left foot. And all three of those players are going to rotate all over the place. So therefore, again, it's going to be very difficult for Middlesbrough. But again, this is a game that really Chelsea have to come out, strike early, and break down that low block, because we know that's what we're going to see. And therefore, that's where Palmer is going to have to really step up in this game. And hopefully Enzo can make some of those balls over the top like he did in the Preston game. If they can, again, score fairly early, get that goal, it's going to be a huge relief, pressure relief, and therefore, again, they're going to have to come out of their shell, and therefore Chelsea can hit them on the attack like we have done before, had possession throughout this game, and therefore, again, score multiple goals. Now, you could argue that Broja should start this match, but I think this is the better lineup. You could maybe take Brilliant and put him in for Noni and therefore have him at top and then slide Palmer back. But overall, I think this is the best selection. So I want to know what you guys think on this, though. Who do you think Chelsea should start? How important is this match? Do you think Chelsea need to go full strength in this semifinal, or you think we should bring some of our younger players, get them some time into this match, and therefore, again, maybe testing the water with some of these different players and see how well they actually adapt to our system, if they're capable of also being played in certain positions, or even mixing up our whole lineup and seeing if there are capabilities of different players that we can utilize throughout the entire rest of the season, because as we know, the injuries keep piling on, so maybe Pochettino does have to tinker around with it a little bit. I want to know what you guys think, though. How should he play this match? I think he should go full out with the best team possibly. Yes, we should try to do that with every game, but you also have to rest players. And we just had that game a couple days ago in the FA Cup. But still, overall, this is a must-win for Chelsea. So that is all for you today. If you did enjoy this video, I greatly appreciate if you hit the like button, subscribe down below, and I will see you in our next video.